Barry Ferguson clearly is going to be bombarded with questions now. Can he get the manager's job? Does he want the manager's job? What talks have taken place? All of these questions thrown at him, and this is what he had to say.
If I get the job, I will make my club a better club. If I don't get the job, I'll still support my club. That's the way I'm looking at it. I've got 5 games to go. The final game's on the 17th of May. My focus is on this next few weeks. There's been a few bumps since I've come in. I knew that was going to be the case, but I wasn't frightened of that. But I know what this club needs.
Okay, he's demanded 5 wins. He wants 15 points from the 5 games. Does he need to get 15 points to even throw himself in as a contender?
I think the wheels are in motion now for the people are coming in. The boy for Everton, I think it's just drifting away from him just now. I think that Atletico result, if he'd won that, he would have had a better chance. I think the fans are resigning now that he's not big enough to get it. I think they're looking for somebody big, and we all always say, who is that Mr. Big that's going to get it right? I don't think he's done anything wrong. I don't think the 5 wins will get him the job. I think wheels are in motion just now to identify who the next manager is going to be.
Do you think it's going to be somebody from the past?
No,
I don't think it's going to be Jose Mourinho.
No.
Do you think they're going to look to Gerrard again, or is Kevin Thelwell going to come up with somebody as sporting director?
I don't know. I listened to Kevin Thelwell yesterday on I think it was Rangers TV on the club channel, and he spoke about his time at New York Red Bulls. He spoke about recruiting players for a certain style of play. They had a certain criteria for players to come in. They had to play a certain way for Red Bulls, and that was the manager as well. That was the whole ethos of the club. So I think he'll do the same. I think he'll have a big say in bringing the manager in, Kevin Thelwell, with the new owners, and I think that they will go down a route where they're going to play a certain way. They're going to give certain manager who wants to play a certain way, who wants to buy certain players. So I don't think Barry's going to be the manager. It's interesting to hear him saying that if he doesn't manage Rangers, then he wouldn't manage anyone else. I don't know about that one, Peter. I thought maybe coming back into Rangers, he'd maybe get the bug back for coaching, and I think he's done reasonably well. He's put himself in a shop window for other jobs. So do I see him going back to that ambassador role at Rangers? If another club comes in for him, a decent club, then I'm not so sure on that one, but I don't think he'll be the Rangers manager.
What's a decent club in Scotland?
Well, maybe a decent, I don't know, a Premier League club in Scotland, another Premier League club, maybe a club in England, I don't know. But I think he's done well enough at Rangers for other chairmen and other clubs to go, he might be worth taking a punt on.
Yeah. I just, again, I reiterate my opinion, Ruffy, that I cannot see him go back as an ambassador. I don't see how you can waltz around the hospitality suites if a manager gets off to a bad start and everybody's giving it. Barry, what do you make of that? Mm-hmm. Every line he opens his mouth, they'll be all over him.
Yeah, I agree with that, 100%.
Can you have a manager knowing he's hovering about in the ground?
As an ambassador, he'd probably get away with it. I think he's justified a coaching slot somewhere. I know he wouldn't want to go into the academy or anything like that, but...
you don't give Barry Ferguson a coaching job when he's been the manager.
I think
he's sitting in the background then waiting. It's almost as if you've got somebody on your shoulder.
He would rather be in the coaching staff than being an ambassador, I would think, if that was offered to him, because he's still... how much the club means to him, and... Barry Ferguson's another one. He's calling the shots here. He's the one that decides when they come to him and offer him whatever, whether he wants to do it or not. The manager's job, he'll have had an eye opener of what it's like being in a club like Rangers and having to manage 24 hours. He's been down to England. He's been to Blackburn. He's been to Blackpool. He knows the drift down there. It depends whether he's seen it and done it, and he's now achieved what he wanted to do his whole life, would be the manager of Rangers, whether he wants to take a step back and just enjoy his life.
Tom?
I agree with Ruffy there. It depends on Barry, Peter. He might, as Ruffy says, he's fulfilled his dream. He's played for Rangers, he's managed Rangers. He might go back to that ambassador role and be quite happy, and going out and meeting supporters and doing speakers nights and stuff like that. And yeah, it might just be what he wants at the minute, but I don't know. I just think when you experience the highs that he has, going to Fenerbahce and winning, and going and playing at Athletic Bilbao Stadium in a quarter final, surely you've got a wee itch that you think that I could still be a manager here if someone comes in for me. So I didn't agree with him kind of shutting that door today on any other coaching roles.
Yeah, Brian, who's sometimes contentious on our feed, says it's obvious Sean Dyche will be the new Rangers manager. Watch this space.
No.
Not a chance. Not a chance. I'm curious to see what Kevin Thelwell decides to do. It's a big, big call for him. You walk in the job and you're automatically, the experience that he does have, you know, from Everton to the MLS, you'll be looking and saying to yourself, okay, the demands are unbelievably different for Rangers on this one.
Definitely, you know, anybody that comes in that front door will realise how big a club it is, you know, and the demands we've already seen. The supporters demand that you win the big games as well as, you know, most of the other ones. So it's something that, all right, Everton is a big, big club, and I suppose the American football is big, but I think the Rangers as a club is absolutely humongous throughout the world.